Hey, good morning, everybody. I hope everybody is having a fantastic morning. I want to give everybody kind of a brief update. Of course, it's been the topic of all of social media headlines over the last 48 hours on what is going to happen today. So I've got the latest update from the Storm Prediction Center as well as from the National Weather Service offices in Pleasant Hill and Springfield, where I'm going to kind of give you guys a little bit of an update on the timing and the uncertainty. As I had mentioned yesterday, this is what we call nowcasting time, meaning that we know all the models, all the data have been showing that this could be a pretty volatile day for severe weather. We knew that. Now we have to figure out what the atmosphere and how the atmosphere is going to react to the rain and thunderstorms that are ongoing right now and how they're going to affect us later on today and how it will affect the intensity. So we've got lots to go over right now, and I am going to go ahead and make sure. Looking forward to the raffle. Good morning, Alan. I am too. What a great, exciting next week we are going to have. We got our raffle live on Sunday night at 7 o'clock. And then on Monday night, we have our storm seminar at the Benson Center. Man, I'm really looking forward to that. It's going to be so much fun. We're going to have storm chasers there from really across the state of Missouri and eastern Kansas. They're going to have their rigs. We're going to be able to have a meet and greet with them. We're going to have an awesome video from Gary Lezak. He really wanted to be here for the seminar, but he's been traveling back and forth from Kansas City, so much from Golden, Colorado. We decided to do a video production instead, but he will have his insight on West Central Missouri, and we have an exclusive look from the LRC of the severe weather package that is going out to subscribers. We're going to take a look at when West Central Missouri severe weather setups, according to the LRC, is going to happen all the way into July. So, it's going to be a great week next week. So, let's go ahead and jump into what we want to talk about. Good morning, Lucky. So, with the latest update, and again, conditions are going to be favorable for thunderstorm development today. The possibility of seeing some severe weather today. We're already in the upper 60s here, and as you can see here on your screen, that warm front had moved north throughout the night, and now it's stretched from St. Joe down through Columbia over to St. Louis right now. And south of that line, we're really building up that moisture. We're going to have southern winds blowing 30 miles per hour, pumping moisture and warmth into West Central Missouri. We do have a few thunderstorms out there right now. I do expect any of this activity this morning to be sub-severe. We could maybe get a couple gusts, maybe up to 35, 40 mile an hour with any of these thunderstorms, maybe some small pea-sized hail, but I'm not expecting much of the way of severe weather this morning. Then the question comes, how long are the thunderstorms, the cloud cover, the rain, how long is it going to stick around? That is the big question, because we are really going to be looking at 3 rounds of thunderstorms today. What we have going on this morning, round number 1. Round number 2 kicks off around maybe 2, 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And that's the conditional one. If any thunderstorms are able to actually happen this afternoon in the 2, 3, 4 o'clock time frame, those are the ones that I'm concerned about, because they will have all the heat of the day. We're going to have plenty of ingredients for those discrete thunderstorms to be supercellular and have a chance to rotate. Those are the ones that I'm going to be paying close attention to this afternoon. Now, if cloud cover and rain and overcast skies prevail for over the next 3-4 hours, maybe we don't heat up quite as bit as much as what we were expected. That's going to limit the energy, and we might not even see a thunderstorm this afternoon. And then we go to round number 3. Round number 3 is likely going to be coming in between 6 and 9 p.m. tonight, and that is the cold front. Now, the cold front will have severe thunderstorms associated with it as that line of storms move through west central Missouri. We do have potential to see strong wind gusts up to 70, maybe 80 miles per hour. We do have a chance for what's called quasi-linear tornadoes, and they are short-lived, weak tornadoes that spin up along the leading edge of the line of storms. And we'll be talking about them on Monday night at our storm seminar too, and why west central Missouri and this area gets so many line of thunderstorms such as that versus what they see out west, the more visual, supercell, beautiful, picture-worthy tornadoes. But we'll talk about that on Monday night. And that is definitely going to have some severe weather along the leading edge of that line. So really the conditional threat right now is going to be for any storm to fire up this afternoon. Let me show you guys what I am talking about. So we're going to be using a short-term model here. What you see on the screen now, that is the activity that's going by this morning. Okay. And then as we go through the afternoon, now I want to get to around noontime, and you notice these thunderstorms down through here. This is around noon to 1 o'clock, maybe 2 o'clock. These are the ones that I am going to be watching very closely. This short-term model, which is the HRRR, comes out every hour, is still showing the possibility of having a few isolated thunderstorms this afternoon. Now, the entire west central Missouri area is not going to be under a big umbrella of rain and thunderstorms and severe weather this afternoon. This is going to be isolated. However, we don't know where. We can't pin out whether or not Harrisonville is going to get a severe thunderstorm or Warsaw is going to get a severe thunderstorm. It just depends on how Mother Nature works her magic. So that's what we're going to be watching for this afternoon. And then as we go into this evening, we will see a couple rounds of thunderstorms. Any of these thunderstorms ahead of the cold front, which the cold front is sitting out here right now. This is this evening. Okay, this is like around 9 o'clock this evening. We have thunderstorms out ahead of it. Those we will be watching for any severe thunderstorms. And then we take a look at that big line of thunderstorms ahead of that cold front, right along the cold front. That'll be moving through. That will give us a chance to see those, strong straight line winds, 70, 80 miles per hour, maybe some quasi-linear spin ups. And the hail threat at that time, we could see a couple reports of hail, but it's mainly going to be a wind and a possible quick spin up threat will be our biggest issues as we do that. Now, take a look at the timing on this, though. We're talking now. We're talking like 1 a.m. So the short-term model that just come out is showing a little bit slower progression of that cold front. So we're going to be in the possibility of seeing some severe storms from really 6, 7, 8 o'clock tonight all the way to like 1 o'clock in the morning when that cold front finally moves through. Now, when that cold front moves through, we will see a drop in temperature of over 30 degrees. So by the time tomorrow morning rolls around, guys, it's going to feel very chilly out there tomorrow morning. We'll kind of have a chilly day with some sunshine on Saturday, and then we'll warm back up on Sunday. We do have another threat coming in late Monday night. Yep, that's the severe storm seminar night, but late Monday night into Tuesday, we have yet another severe threat. So, man, severe weather season is starting off with a bang and awfully early this year. So, one thing for sure, I'm going to be keeping a close eye on this. I'm going to be at the Weather Center all day today, all night tonight. I was up. Even 4 or 5 times throughout the night last night, making sure that those thunderstorms that were out in eastern Kansas didn't cross the state line. Make sure we weren't going to be seeing any kind of severe weather overnight last night. They stayed modestly dormant here in west central Missouri. We are just now starting to see a few of those thunderstorms. And again, the ones this morning, we are not looking to be severe any at all. So if you're traveling, I know a lot of kids have field trips in Kansas City and into Columbia, Jeff City, Springfield. So traveling this morning is going to be just a wet one. But as we go into the afternoon, please have an app on your phone if you're traveling. And of course, if you want a cheap free app, Storm Shield. That's number one in my book. It's available for Apple and Android. You can download the best paid app. Is going to be Weather Call. And what's nice about that, it will follow you if you're staying, say, at Great Wolf Lodge in Kansas City. You hit the button that says follow me, and it's going to put a dome over you and protect you and let you know when there is severe weather around your area. And if it's extreme severe weather like tornado, winds 80 miles per hour, flash flood emergency, anything like that, you're going to be getting a phone call from me that's letting you know what is going on. That's about $1 a month is what that costs, $15 a year. And you can find that on our Facebook page, Subby's Weather Talk Facebook group. And up in the featured post, there will be a link there where you can download Weather Call. And but have an app on your phone if you're going to be traveling today, because again, there are a few uncertainties. Are we going to get round number 2 this afternoon? Between 1 and 3, 4 o'clock. But for sure for this evening, we are positive that this cold front, when it moves through, we will have some severe weather associated with that. And of course, we'll be tracking it all right here from the Weather Center. Good morning, Jeff. Good morning, Julie. Yeah, so the Kansas City area, KC Metro, I know we got a lot of family and friends up in that area. We do have a couple kids that I know of. They're going to be traveling up there into the Kansas City Metro area. They are in the same boat as what we are right now. A non-severe thunderstorm this morning. And depending on how long this cloud cover, the rain showers last this morning, will pretty much dictate whether or not we're going to be getting any severe storm for round number 2 this afternoon between 1 and 4 o'clock. Let's take a look at the Storm Prediction Center outlook map. So as you can see where we have that orange color there in the middle, that encompasses all the way up into southwest Iowa, down through KC Metro, through most of west central Missouri, all the way down to southwest Missouri into Oklahoma and Texas. This is where the greatest threat for severe weather is going to be. Now, if we take a look at the individual threats, the hail threat is really high for any of these discrete thunderstorms for round number 2 this afternoon. And of course, that's going to be most of west central Missouri. If any of these thunderstorms should happen to form this afternoon, they will likely rotate. They will likely be mesocyclones with cold cloud tops, we will likely see some hail reports with any thunderstorms from this afternoon. Now, the wind threat, it's going to be, we do have a chance for strong straight line winds. The greatest risk of that is going to be up there in northwest Missouri, including the KC metro area, Kansas City, Kansas, up into Iowa. The tornado threat, it's pretty high for west central Missouri, even though that's only a 5% risk. 5% risk is that means that there is some potential there to see numerous tornadoes within that brown shaded area from Wisconsin all the way down into Texas. Where do you see the yellow? That is just south of Springfield into northwest Arkansas, southeast Oklahoma, and just a little bit of sliver of Texas. That is a 10% risk area for tornadoes, and that's going to be closer to kind of what we call a triple point, where the dry line, the cold front, and the actual low pressure system kind of where they meet. Sometimes you have better lifting mechanisms there, and greater differences between the cold front and on the warm side and the dry and the moist air. So that's the little area where that tornado risk is a little bit higher. But I do think that if we're able to clear out any, or at least the clouds thin out a little bit this afternoon, we will likely start to see tornado watches being popped up across eastern Kansas, west and west central Missouri this afternoon, including the KC metro area, the Harrisonville Clinton area, and the Springfield Joplin area. I think we could see a very large tornado watch that will pop off early this afternoon if those conditions arise where we have that instability and we have the dry line approaching and the cold front approaching this afternoon. No, I am not expecting this morning. And again, we jump back over to radar here. We do have some thunderstorms out there, but I'm expecting the thunderstorms this morning to be non-severe. They're just too far away from all of the action with the cold front and the dry line. They're too far away. There's not a lot of ingredients right now for severe thunderstorms this morning, but it's going to be this afternoon that is the big question mark. And again, it's going to be between that 1 p.m. to 5 p.m. time frame that we'll be watching very closely for any signs of thunderstorm development here in eastern Kansas, west central, southwest Missouri, because that's any of those cells that should happen to form during that time period is going to have that possibility to rotate and become severe fairly quickly. For the Springfield area, now they're in that little bit higher risk for tornadoes, and again, that can be this afternoon between that 4 p.m. time frame. But then again, it can also be later on tonight as well as that cold front moves through the area. We could see a few supercells pop out ahead of that cold front, closer to that triple point down here near Bentonville, Cassville, Ozark, Neosho, all the way down here to Fort Smith, Arkansas. This could be a little bit of a hot spot along that triple point as we go into this evening. So again, I wish I had concrete evidence to tell you guys, hey, we're going to be getting, severe storms this afternoon. But again, we're in that nowcast time frame in which, unfortunately, we kind of have to wait and see what the data is showing around noon today. Because that's going to be real time data. They send weather balloons up. They go up to 30,000 feet, sampling the atmosphere. And every 15 minutes, we are getting actual data and showing exactly what's going on, above our heads. And we come up with a pretty good game plan of what our afternoon is going to look like. And of course, as soon as I get that information, I'm going to send that out to you guys so you can better plan your afternoon. But there is a pretty strong likelihood we are going to see some severe weather today. If nonetheless, it's going to be along that cold front as that cold front sweeps through later on tonight. We could have some strong straight line winds as well as some very, very weak quasi-linear spin up along the leading edge of that line. Yes, it's still expected right around school pickup time if those thunderstorms can develop. And again, guys, we could go the entire afternoon being close to 80 degrees and no thunderstorms form. And we're just going to have to wait until that cold front pushes through later on tonight before we see any thunderstorms. I'm running down through the chat here real quick. Good morning, TJ. So I think I answered all the questions in chat. And again, I don't want to take up too much of your morning time. I know everybody's getting ready to head to work, get the kids to school, but I want to give you guys an update on what we're seeing right now. And again, guys, there's no need to panic. We just need to be weather aware. We need to be able to have an app on our phone, have weather radios on. This is a great trial run for as we head into springtime and storm season. This is a great trial run in which we want to make sure that we have fresh batteries in our weather radios, flashlights nearby in case we lose power. And of course, make sure your phones are charged up. And as long as we prepare, then we'll be fine. You guys know I'm going to be with you through the course of this thing. You can always jump over to my you guys can jump over to my stream, jump over to social media pages, find out what's going on. I'm going to be following this all day today. I'm getting ready to head down to the radio station. We're going to be updating some forecasts down there. And then, of course, I'm going to be watching radar all throughout the day today and keeping you guys informed. Be sure to come back to us later. Don't worry. I think you guys might get sick of hearing me today, maybe. 6 p.m. banquet in Butler. And again, I've had several messages over the course of the last 24 hours. There's a lot of things going on. It's Friday night in a big town. There's lots of activities. Kids are on field trips today. Um, I wish I can say, yes, you'll be fine. No, you better not do that. But we can't do that. I'd be making a ton of money if I was able to be able to make those kind of decisions. I can't. All I can do is give you guys the facts and let you guys know what I know. And, you got to make the best decision that you can do. And again, this afternoon, big question still remains between, 1, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Are we going to get any of those smaller discrete thunderstorms? If we do not, then we will be watching that cold front as it moves through this evening. And as you saw on the short-term model, we could be dealing with the potential of severe thunderstorms from, say, around 6 o'clock tonight all the way up to almost midnight. So, we'll be tracking those thunderstorms. But, the ones this afternoon are the ones that I'm a little bit concerned with if they should happen to form. because number one, the uncertainty of where they're going to form. We're not going to know if West Central Missouri will get any of these thunderstorms, but yet maybe down near Bolivar, maybe they get one. Maybe Clinton, maybe Harrisonville. We just don't know where these small discrete thunderstorms will form, and that uncertainty just drives me crazy. So the cold front, we know it's coming. We're going to be prepared for the cold front and any severe weather it should happen to put down. But it's the unknown this afternoon that concerns me, because I want to make sure everybody is prepared. So I'll be watching it very closely, and of course be updating you guys throughout the afternoon. So just joined. What are you seeing for Warsaw this afternoon and tonight? So again, Maria, and let's see here. We also have Lessa is also asking about tightwad, and again, these thunderstorms that we may get this morning are not going to be severe. Even up in the KC Metro, just some torrential downpours. What we want to see after that is we're going to see if the clouds thin out, if how long this rain showers are going to hang out, and see if we build up enough instability for any small discrete thunderstorms to form after 1 o'clock this afternoon, say between the 1 and 4 o'clock. Any storms that should happen to form during that time frame do have a potential to grow upscale fairly quickly into severe thunderstorms. So those are the ones that we are concerned about. They're the big what if. There's a chance we might not see any thunderstorms this afternoon. So what we are going to have to do is make sure that we are prepared for this afternoon. We do know a cold front is going to be barreling through tonight. And along that cold front, we are going to see some thunderstorms and likely see some severe weather along that line of thunderstorms tonight. And we'd be looking probably sometime after the 6 p.m. time frame to midnight is going to be the time frame for all of our area, whether you're in Tightwad, Warsaw, Clinton, Nevada, Harrisonville. We're all in that same time frame together. And if you just heard, that is my lightning detector. For those of you that might have just joined Subby's Weather Talk, we have a very high technologically advanced lightning detector that I call Norman. He is my full-blooded collie that is a house dog. And he lets me know whenever he hears thunder, he barks. And I look out the window, and sure enough, it's lightning and thundering out there. He is our lightning detector for Subby's Weather Talk. Norman, and I'll let you guys meet him. Come here. Come on up here. This is our lightning detector, highly advanced lightning detector. He lets me know whenever we have storms in the area. Yeah, don't you? Yeah, he's a good dog. All right, so he's my lightning detector. And so what we are going to do, I'm going to go ahead and get you back to normal programming on KDKD Facebook page. And we're going to go back to our 24/7 live weather channel. Thank you guys for joining me on that. And I will continue to update you guys for the rest of the afternoon, and we'll track these storms together. And again, don't panic. Don't worry about what you're seeing on social media out there. Just prepare accordingly, and then we'll be here together and track these storms and keep everybody safe. So until we talk again, everybody have a great rest of your day, and I'm sure we'll be talking soon.